Who's it gonna be?
It was good. It was good. It was quiet. Thanks for asking. I'm back, guys. I said I was gonna come back. All right, what's up, YouTube? What's up? What's up? I said I was gonna come back. I was having some little technical difficulties earlier. Shout out to TikTok, but I am back. I had to cut that off because YouTube likes to copy strike. Once you play anybody's music, that's YouTube owns. I mean, Tommy Boy's music. They're gonna strike me. Strike. Anyway, so I came back because remember I was on here earlier and I was trying to read some stuff and I was having technical difficulties. So I said, let me log out and let me jump back on. So here I am. And I think I got everything together. So I wanted to read these comments because I thought these comments were hilarious. I thought these comments were so funny. Let me zoom in over here, guys. So you're not seeing my... Okay, good. Let's see my shorts. I'm in my shorts. This is part 2 to part 1. I came on here and did a Q&A about what y'all wanted to know about Queen Latifah's dancer, Safari Sister. And I was looking for some online quotes that I was finding, online questions, and I couldn't find them. So I went back to dig them up, and then I think I found them. There was an article here. Let me start with this article. We're going to read an article, guys. Y'all can play me in the back. If you guys are cooking, washing clothes, washing dishes, just let it rock in the background. You don't really have to look at the photos unless you want to. Unless you really, really want to. Happy post. It's Friday post. Thanksgiving. No, it's not Friday. It's Saturday. Oh my God, I'm so off. Time. It's going to be December next week, guys. Are you guys ready for Christmas? You guys out there shopping? Y'all are shopping? What are y'all doing? That's good to hear. Where you working now? Mary Jane. That is not your real name. You in here, Mary Jane Plains. Y'all in here with aliases. Talking about, what's up, Al? How y'all doing? Shaka Jute. Hi, Shaka Jute. April White. Shout out. Anyway, y'all in here with aliases. I shouldn't talk because my name ain't Safari Sister Al either. So anyway, let's go. Scoob Lover. This is signed Scoob Lover. Okay, why is it signed Scoob Lover? I don't know. Oh, because he goes right here. Here he is right here in the picture, Scoob Lover. Okay, so he was dancing for Big Daddy Kane. Here's Mike. I went to high school with him at Harry S. Truman. He's a dancer too. The Rise and Fall of Hip Hop Dance. So this was written in 2015 by Mullah Sadid. B-boy hip hop investigating music loving Muslim. Okay, I guess he's a blogger. This is 10 years old. Guys, I'm sorry I'm coming up with information 10 years old, but if you guys want to write something new, I'll read it. Okay, I have a dilemma. Every time I pull up old clips of Def Comedy, I'm tongue twisted. Hold on, let me get some water. This is what happens when you drink too much coffee. I'm going to start this from the beginning. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. I'm from New York, so I talk fast. Okay, here we go. I have a dilemma. Every time I pull up old clips of Def Comedy Jam's first season, all I see is the comedians, which is cool. Bernie Mac made his name with "I ain't scared of you, MFers" on that joint. But we didn't really watch it for the comedians. We watched it for that last minute or two after Russell Simmons came out and said, "God bless." We watched it for the dancers. The culture itself was founded on dancing, with the active participants, B-boys, B-girls, attending those early parties to dance to the breaks or to get down part, as hip-hop forefather Kool Herc called it, 1 to the 2 minute pocket of funk that drove the crowd wild. Guys, I'm reading a 10-year-old blog about what happened to hip-hop backup dancers. If you guys didn't know, I was a backup dancer for Queen Latifah. Okay, let's go. Now, whenever I see what people call good dancing, I'm bombarded with the boy band dances, modified, New Edition, Backstreet Boys, New Kids on the Block, NSYNC, B2K type, SHIT. I count with them the 1-2 step, the 3-4-5 step, the 5 heartbeats, and get trained by Harold Nicholas for us to suffer through a world full of beavers. Does that mean Justin Bieber? Where do dances go? Can anyone catch wreck anymore? Who gonna open a circle? And if you weren't trained to be a Motown artist, why'd you dance like that? Oh, this is True Goy right here from De La Soul, who recently passed away. Rest in peace. And I remember his dances. We toured with them, China and Jet. I remember them. So he's saying, what happened to these backup dances? An ongoing joke between me and brother Sean McAllister is, where is Hot Dog? Oh my God, Hot Dog was amazing. From Chub Rock. Do you remember Hot Dog? Y'all probably don't even remember. I think he went to Howard University. He was a good dancer though, freestyle. And then we run down the list of MIA dances. My starting point is always De La Soul's China and Jet, the Flower Girls. Not because I saw and remember their dancing. If you go in the Buddy video, I think you'll see them in there. Either but dancing because Paz immortalized them in plug tuning. We return to that joke, and often because the dancers were an integral part of the East Coast rap group. And now they're gone. Unfortunately, as time has passed, many of these dances only exist in the memories of those of us who lived in a small window in the time between 1986 and 1994. Inshallah, God willing, we will eventually get to tell their stories. But for this writing, we're going to talk about the development of what people now call freestyle hip hop, its elimination from the mainstream, and the rise of the highly choreographed dance moves that are now our common aesthetic. Cliff Love and Buddha Stretch. Okay, this is Houdini. Who's Kumo D? Here's Houdini right here. As we previously discussed, the video birthed the rap star through videos, dances, and trends were spread across the country. In time before the internet, you had LA rapper Def Jam and his dancers Soul Brothers, Craig E, V Love, and Legendary doing similar moves as their New York counterparts. Of course, West Coast dances have their origins in locking, but that's neither here nor there. Like every story that I tell, it has to be personalized. My older brother, Superman, was a dancer. There's stories of him dancing at me. No, I did not rock. I did not gigolo, but I did but I did not cabbage patch. I did not prep. B-boy was my entry into the world of dance, not popping, top rocking, footwork, knuckle spins, back spins. That was my vocab. I have to admit, I was part of the masses. I dropped out of breaking around 1985. It was 1987 when the dancing bug finally got me. Once again, Houdini plays an integral role. The bait was for their video to Be Yourself featuring Millie Jackson. We were biters. We clamped on. And the bait was two brothers in baggy suits. They were going off. And the next thing you know, Houdini was working from a circuit. Boom. They were on the Arsenio Hall show. Same baggy suit brothers, now in baggy white and black sweaters. More moves, chomp chomp. Again, they were on Soul Train. Same sweaters, more moves, chomp. We had no idea who we were looking at, but what we were witnessing was two of the pioneers of what became hip hop dance, Cliff Love and Buddha Stretch. Cliff Love moved out west and spread love, while Stretch, that name sounds real familiar, Stretch. Guys, this is for people I'm documenting hip hop golden era hip hop dancers. The golden era, we talking about 89 to 90, early 90s. While Stretch stayed on the East and added on a link and Caliph around 1989, later you'll enjoy, and they were all part of the Latin Quarter scene. The name synonymous of the Latin Quarter is the IOU dancers and the group Fab Five Freddy estimates. It's funny he brought up Fab Five Freddy because Fab Five Freddy is the one who took, I believe, Queen Latifah's demo from 45 King and gave it to Monica Lynch at Tommy Boy, and hence here's how she got her first record deal. So shout out to Fab Five Freddy. He also produced the video Ladies First. So if you like Ladies First, Fab Five Freddy produced it. Directed. Let me use the right words. He directed it. Freddie says that out of this scene, rappers began plucking dancers Most notably Scoob and Scrap, Big Daddy Kane, Stizzle by Fendi by EPMD, and Kid and Play. Most popular dances were LQ. You can always go look up these old videos and see these dances. Of course, people knew Kid and Play as rappers. If you know hip hop, you knew Steezo possibly as a rapper. To some, this may seem strange. Many dances from this period also rap from what? Ziggy down to two of our mentioned pioneers, Stretch and Clem. Me and my brother, Syed McNew, took on Monka Zigzag, study videos, Chomp from 89 to 90. One time while practicing for a talent show, tryout, we attempted at Scoop and Scrap move and ended up with me landing on my head and seeing lights. There was the price to pay for stealing moves. Oh my God, Scuba Scrap was skinny and they could jump. They would take their leg and then jump over their leg and everything in a suit. So he tried to bite their move and he said he landed on his head. He said, I'm never going to do this again. Our thrivery aside, we became known as dancers and many others names as PE, ninjas, De La Soul ninjas, but ALS, another story for another day. Almost Underground Productions, Back to the Basics, every Friday. House Fox. Ask the average person 30 and under what they think of house music, and they immediately associate it with LGBTQ culture. True. And while that remains to be true, there was a time period, 1987, 1993, roughly, everything in hip hop is being recorded from the Latin Quarters, Studio 54, Zanzibar, Bentley's, Envy. Who was at the club? Was Madonna at the club? Who performed that night? It's all Manhattan. You know, the clubs in New York, the New York party scene back in the 80s. Even Angie Stone, before she died, I saw an interview and she was saying, I was the first female rapper that brought rap music from the Bronx down to Manhattan because the clubs in Manhattan wasn't playing hip hop. Angie Stone said, rest in peace, it wasn't until when she started coming downtown that they started playing hip hop. So she paved the way for a lot of female artists. But I don't think she ever gets the proper accolades as she should. Let me see how long this blog is. I'm reading this thing. I don't see how long. Oh, it's pretty long, guys. Let me get through it. You know what? I'm gonna drop the link. In the end of the I'm gonna drop the link if you guys want to read it. You guys can read it. But he's just basically saying it was a cute story that I found. I thought it was good. The rise and the fall of hip hop dance is 10 years old. 12-minute read. How B-boy and B-girl became choreographed. I'm gonna drop that in the link. It's longer than what I thought. I read it before, but I didn't remember it being so long. So I was doing some research. I was like, let me jump on Google and see what I could find. And I found this post. And I thought it was funny. So I was like, okay, I'm going to share this. So it says Hip Hop Golden Era, 80s and 90s. This is by Bernard Kelly Muhammad. Why is everyone documenting hip hop Muslim? Why are they all Muslim? In order, best backup dancers in hip hop. Everyone knows that. Okay, I'm going to say if I agree or disagree. Okay. Number one, they said Scoop and Scrap. Number one. Scoop and Scrap was good. I would definitely give it to Heavy D and the Boys. I'm sorry. Heavy D and the Boys was number two. Heavy D and the Boys was number two. I would turn that around. Now Hammer had a crew. So Hammer came in at number three. So they have this here. Scuba Scrap, Big Daddy came number one. They have Heavy D number two. I would say Heavy D was number two. Then they have Hammer as number three. Hammer had a big entourage though. And then Bobby Brown, number four. I was surprised. I came in, your girl me, as far as Sister Al. Yes, I did. I came as number 5, best hip hop dancer. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ham I'm behind Hammond's dances and Bobby Brown's dances. In the 80s and the 90s. Well, I'll take number 5. Thank you very much. I don't know if I can move like that now, but and then came after me was Salt and Pepper. That surprised me because I couldn't even see me being in the lane with a Salt and Pepper. But Salt and Pepper, I guess they weren't really. I don't know if you consider them dancers. They're more rappers. I'm not a rapper, but I don't know. I'll take it. Let's see what the comments are. There's 141 comments. This is gonna be hilarious. This is what I wanted to do when I came on earlier, but for some reason my computer was not working right. Okay. Scoob and Scrap. Okay, someone voted Big Daddy Kane. Scoob and Scrap number 1. EPMD, they left him out. Yeah, he was good. Scoob and Scrap, they're saying number 1. They're saying EPMD dances, Fendi. They left out Fendi. They left out. You could just Google EPMD. If you guys want to Google this, just go on YouTube. EPMD's dancer, Big Daddy's Kane dancer. Just look at all the dances. This is nostalgia. This is for people who missed the dances in hip hop. Hammer. This one said Hammer. They're numbering these. Glad I'm from the Bronx. And thank Allah, I don't have to suffer this current pure excuse for my love or genre. What? S1W. Someone said the S1Ws. Yes. S1W. Who's co-hosting? TikTok, y'all asking me to I don't know how to co-host, guys. Sorry, I'm live on YouTube. I don't know how to co-host. That TikTok is asking me to co-host. I don't know how. Okay, wait. S1, yeah, the S1W. Wait, hold on. Public Enemy S1Ws. Now, were those dancers or were those stage props? The S1Ws are not dancers, but I'm fired for that. I like that. I like that. I like that you brought that up. Where's Kid Kango Kid and Dr. Ice from Houdini? They're supposed to be number 1. That's like when you saying, okay, someone said here, Alan Kika, shout out. Thank you. Yeah, Alan Kika, they voted for us to be number 1. That's like you saying, who's the best rapper from the East Coast in the hip hop golden era? That's like saying, who's the best rapper? And they never ever add LL Cool J. I never see LL. And LL has been consistent for decades. It's always KRS-One, Nas, Big Daddy Kane. You know, it's always the same. Rakim. I don't even think Big Daddy Kane, I wouldn't even put Nas, yes. KRS-One, yes. Rakim, yes. Biggie, Tupac, you know. LL always gets forgotten. I wouldn't even put how you gonna put Big Daddy Kane in there? So now they're doing with the dancers. They're like, well, who's the best dancer? If I had to vote, and I might be biased because they were my friends, and Trouble T Troy. I'm tongue twisted tonight, guys. Rest in peace. He died. So I'm gonna say Heavy D. Someone said Kika and Al. Thank you. Kane, EPND, Salt and Pepper Brown. Okay. Only one person said us. Heavy D and the boys. See? Kane, Heavy D. Definitely Heavy D. Heavy D and the boys. Wasn't Kid and Play backup dances? Kid and Play. Kid and Play could dance. I don't know who their dancers were, but they're not even on the list. A lot of people saying Heavy D, the Humpty dance, the dances in the Humpty. Humpty Hump did not have no dances. Humpty Hump was the dancer. The Humpty dance. The Humpty dance is your chance to do the hump. Doing it, baby. Do the Humpty dance. Y'all gonna have me. Y'all want to do the Humpty dance? Let's do the Humpty dance. I'm being real silly tonight. I'm just being silly. Hold on. Then I'm gonna get a copy. And then if I play this song, I'm gonna get a copyright strike, right? Y'all gonna make me get YouTube. Y'all gonna make me get a You're gonna make me get a copyright strike. Do the baby. Do the Humpty Hump. Yes, I toured with Digital Underground. I had said that early with Shock G because him and Latifah were label mates. So when you're label mates, that's how you got on the road together. And my sound's laid down by the underground. I'm looking all ahead and see you got on your shelf. So just let me introduce myself. My name is Humpty, pronounced with a Humpty. Yo, ladies, oh, how I like to funk me. And all the rappers in the top 10, please allow me to bump me. I'm stepping tall, y'all. And just like Humpty Dumpty, you're gonna fall when the stereos block me. I like to rhyme, I like my beats funky. I'm spunky, I like my hope you don't love me. I'm sick with this, straight gangsta Mac. But sometimes I give it. All right, enough of the Humpty dance. I gotta cut it off because they're gonna copy strike me. Okay, someone said the Humpty dance. Humpty is not a dancer. We killing that one. Sorry, Heavy D and the boys. The boys. Listen, Scoop and Scrap. Fendi, EPMD. Fendi keep coming up. EPMD. Everyone knows Scoop and Scrap was the best during that time, not to mention MC Light. Yeah, leg 1 and leg 2. MC Light dances. Leg 1 and leg 2. Guys, if y'all not from New York, y'all don't know hip hop, y'all not from the Bronx, y'all not my age, y'all not in the 50s, y'all gonna have no idea what I'm talking about. It's gonna be right over your head. Okay, this has to be extremely honest. Remove all of them, but leave the boys. And if Double T Troy was still alive, I would have to acknowledge that as factual. Also, it says no disrespect to any other group on the panel because I love you all, but the facts are the facts. Rest in peace, that's true. Hammer. Oh my God, what are they talking about, Hammer? When Hammer had Oaktown 357, they were the beast. Hammer choreograph was on fire, even though they aren't officially hip-hop. Bobby Brown wasn't playing so heart and soul. Get an honorable number 2. But the next has to be Scoop and Scrap with the close Heavy D and the boys. Salt and Pepper Dances was probably one video, but they did their own dance. And plus, Kid and Play dance in some of the I barely remember Latifah's dances. Oakland 356 Safari Sisters. Listen, I'm happy I even made the cut. Listen, I made the cut. I'm good with that. I don't have to be one. I'll be last. I don't care. But the fact that people are like, that's cool. BBD's backup dances. What's that? Belle Biv DeVoe? Backup dances as well. Big Daddy Kane, Heavy D, Kid and Play, Hot Dog. I'm going to give it to Heavy D. And we're going to leave it here. This is so many. Oh my God, I can't read all these comments. Okay, guys. I just wanted to show that I find these are hilarious. I crack up over these. Who is the best dancer? Or they're always ranking rappers, right? Who's the best rapper? Who's the best DJ? Let's see if they're gonna rank. What else are they gonna rank? Okay, so I found my pass. Let me share this. I'm being nostalgic now. Okay, so here goes my pass, my backstage pass. There goes my backstage pass from 10/10, July 15th to the 19th, 1989, Marriott Marquis Hotel, New York City. 007, Queen Latifah, Tommy Boy Music, New York, New York. So it probably was a conference for Tommy Boy. And that was my code name, 007 right there. Okay. That's not really what I came on here to show you, but that's what popped up. Let's see. What you doing, fam? What am I doing? I'm on Facebook Live. What you mean, what am I doing? What you doing? Why I feel like that's somebody I know. All right. I have to start all over. Why can I hear planes? Some planes must be flying low. I know I live near an airport, but I remember hearing planes in the house. Security check. I check my phone. The Humpty Dance is your chance to do the hump. Y'all remember that song? That was a hit. The Humpty Dance is your chance. That's when I met Tupac over in Europe on tour. hmm I gotta put a code in. Oh, here, the code's coming on this phone. Of course it would. Uh, so much security, man. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's actually kind of annoying. Because I have like multiple computers. I wanted to read these comments. You're gonna laugh. Okay, here we go. Here's some of these comments I found. You guys are gonna laugh. I did the last live and I couldn't find them, and then I found them, and I was like, "Hey, let me come back on." Okay, this is the first one. I need one of those outfits that Queen Latifah's dancers have on. Oh, that was from the Hip Hop Honors. Okay, this one, Blue Jay Media Global says, "You have says you have a big mouth. Loving the dances remind me of Queen Latifah's dances in the 1990s." Okay. This is looks like a ticket, BCM Records. You can see the back, BCM Records distribute from Tommy Boy, De La Soul, DJ Mark the 45 King, Karis One, Moni Love, Jungle Brothers. This looks like a ticket to an event. Here I am on the back of the album. All Hail the Queen came out in '89. I showed you this picture earlier. Latifah and Jay-Z and Jazz. Okay, let's view. Cool G Raps, TCF Dancers, also RT Walser, and Big Daddy Kane, Heavy D, DJ Jeff, and Queen Latifah. Best backup dancers in hip hop. This is by My Other Cars at Renault at DJ Applejack. This was 2012. In 2012, they said Queen Latifah's backup dancer, best backup dancers in hip hop. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay, so I'm getting it on Twitter and Facebook. Let's see, and Google. Pardon me, I just discovered 007 of the Safari Sisters who dance for Queen Latifah is on Instagram. My 15-year-old is bugging out right now. Thanks. That was posted in 2018 by Dart Adams. Shout out. Thank you. Yes, I am on Instagram if you want to follow me. It's Safari Sister Al. Miles Marshall Lewis at MM Loon Limited. The cutest girl in my high school. She became Queen Latifah's backup dancer, one of the Safari Sisters. Flame flirting. Oh. Flame flirting, guys. Okay, let's go. I'd like to answer some of the questions if they have questions. The Safari Sisters. Okay, this is by Ben Yakul Grimm. At Ben Grimm 1, the Safari Sisters still catch chills when they do their thing. It was weird to see two female versions of Scoob and Scrap Lover holding Queen Latifah down. Well, I guess hip hop in the late 80s, early 90s was definitely a male dominated industry. You know, I recently found out, and I knew her very well, that according to MC Light, she said that she has a higher pitched tone, but she used a baritone. Like she would lower an octave or two and lower her vocal cords so that she can compete rapping in the male, if you hear on the Grammys now, she's like, "Oh, welcome, this is MC Light." Like, she has that baritone vocal, but she said she doesn't really talk like that. She intentionally trained her voice to be deep. It's because she understood that it was um a male dominated industry, so she did it to be able to compete, which I was like, wow, y'all were doing the most. Here we go. Queen Latifah had Al and Kika, the Safari sisters. Okay, that's right. Yes, she sure did. Blue Jay Media Global, Santi Gold says, "You have a big mouth. Loving the dances. Remind me of Queen Latifah's dances." Okay, I think that was a repeat. This is from my other's car. At DJ Appleman's Furry Sisters Room fixing hip hop dances back in the day. Yep, that's about it. I think they were voting online on Twitter. I'm reading posts from Twitter. Why Sassy dressing like Queen Latifah's old dances? The Safari Sisters at Black Ink Crew. And then here we go. Just curious. So whatever happened to Queen Latifah's dances? There was multiple dancers. The first set of dancers were boys, guys, young men. One had broke his leg. Then it was me and my other partner, Kika, and then we went on to live together and tour together for a while. I left, and then Swatch came on and replaced me. And we're all just scattered around. I'm in Florida. I'm a mother. Swatch is, I think, up north. She's a mom. And Kika, the other one, I think she's somewhere in Georgia. I'm not sure if she had children. So we're all just out and about. This is from Super Black Girl on Twitter. At Super Black, I need one of the outfits that Queen Latifah's dancers have on the hip hop. This is from the Hip Hop Honors. Okay. This is John Book. Let's not forget that at one point, Queen Latifah's dancers, Al and Kika, were once known as 007 and 99, respectively. Good memory. Good memory. Like I said, that was our beeper codes. I was 007 and Kika was Get Smart 99. I thought I was James Bond. We were trying to, let me back up for a minute. Let me try to teach a class, how they say teach class. So there's rap music and then there's hip hop. So hip hop is the umbrella of the culture. And under the umbrella, you have rap, graffiti, DJing, breakdancing. I'm missing something. There's 5 pillars under. So it's hip hop. So it's the rap music, it's breakdancing, graffiti, DJing. What's the other one? Would it be poetry, writing? Because you got the beats, you have the cadence, which would be the rapper. What's up, everybody? So I guess dancing was a form of, Black people or African people, or Caribbean people, especially Caribbean people, is a form of expression through music, through dancing. So I think the hip hop dance, when hip hop was being birthed, you had the sound, you had the beats, and then you had the rap. And I guess the art, the graffiti, which is also a form of expression, and the graffiti with the dancing gave a visual aspect, which is a lost art now. But I think people like the visual aspect of the dances. So that was the contribution I made to hip hop. And thank you for being remembered. That's nice. Or shout out to Scroob and Scrap, the boys, Heavy D, Safari Sisters, Queen Latifah, and remember when rappers had dancers. DJ Impact. I think people miss the dance. I feel like it's a lost art, I guess. There's a picture of Latifah on the rooftop. Sometimes you do have to bank on yourself. You have to believe in your ideas enough to really get out there and fight for it, despite what people think and some young kids from the hood. Queen Latifah. Okay, so here's native tongues. So you also hear me a lot of times. So I was part of Flavor Unit, native tongues. Native tongues consist of De La Soul, Moni Love, Black Sheep, the Beat Nuts. Oh my God, I always forget the Beat Nuts. Brand New Beings, Queen Latifah, Jungle Brothers, Charcoal Quest. I would add in there Chiali, and even though they weren't official, they was always around Leader of the New Schools and Busta Rhymes. I would add those. Hey guys, you guys want to co-host? You want to invite to co-host? Um, the meeting. If by some chance you are blessed to know any of the following dancers, their whereabouts, hit me up. Fundamizzy at Gmail. We need their firsthand stories to preserve a history that otherwise will go forgotten. Greatly appreciated. Houdini, Doc Ice, Kango Kid, Cliff Love, and Buddha Stretch, Queen Latifah, Safari Sisters, Allison and Kika, MC Light, Leg 1 and Leg 2, De La, China and Jet, Big Daddy Kane, Scoob, and Scrap. I know what Scoob is. So here I am. This is just to answer the long overdue demand of where is Queen Latifah's dancers. So let me stop sharing for a minute. There's a really cool documentary if you want to learn more about dancers, or just hear some of our stories. Go to on YouTube. It's called I Dance. It's by Kid and Play. Kid and Play produced it, and it's pretty good. I'm not in it, but he was sick for a while. I hope he's doing better. I Danced. It's called And I Danced. Hold on. I'm gonna put the link. And I Dance. I'm on YouTube, guys. If you're on YouTube, you guys can follow me at Safari. What's my YouTube? Safari Spice. Safari Spice is my YouTube. It's a cooking show, but I go live. I do podcasts. So, And I Dance. Like, Kid and Play. I'm gonna put the link on the bottom of this chat. I think it's on YouTube. It is on YouTube. It was pretty good. I don't know how many episodes he did. And I Danced. Do you guys miss the hip hop dancers? It's changed so much. I can't find the link. I'm gonna find the link and then I promise I'll pin it on the top of the chat. It's another documentary about dancers if you guys wanna and I'll also pin this article, The Rise and Fall of the Hip Hop Dancers as well. Let me see. What else did I want to share with you? Those comments was funny. That's really what I wanted to share. Let's see if there was anything else. Guys, if you go on my earlier live, I already explained about how I met Latifah and where did I tour and how long was I touring and what other groups I was with. And I did that earlier, but then I was having some technical difficulties, so I had to jump off. At least my computer is not acting up. Let me know in the comments too what other questions that you want me to answer for you while I'm here. I kind of went over how did I get my name, how did I meet Latifah, how long we lived together, what were the groups that I toured with. I answered some of the questions online. I did like 2 lives today, all about hip hop, all about the golden era in hip hop that I was on here. A lot of people just asked me the same kind of questions. Who was in the group? Who was the original members? Who was I replaced with? Some of the mosques and some of the places we went on tour. Went to Germany. I was in Europe. We ran. Oh gosh, I remember this one story. We ran into the with Public Enemy. We were on the bus heading south, and we ran into the KKK. That's a story for another day. I showed you some pictures of 45 King. Her DJ who got 2 Grammys. If I gave you a little bit of jewels, guys, a little bit of jewels. Here's some pictures of me and Tupac. Right? Some pictures of me and Tupac. I think that's it. I didn't know what else I had to cover. But I had fun. I came on twice today. I actually had a good time. Host now. Invite to co-host. Co-host. How do you co-host on TikTok? I'm new to TikTok. Invite to co-host. Join as a guest. Invite. Oh my God, I have all these people to invite to co-host. But how do you do it? I don't know. Just got number 2 giver badge. Okay. Invite beauty. Tech food. He's Jamaican. Anyway. So I think I covered. What else did I want to cover? We went through the questions on Twitter. I played the Humpty dance. Y'all want to watch a dance from me video? All Hail the Queen. I'm gonna get a copy strike. I can't. I'm gonna get a copy strike, guys. All right, let me know in the. All right, I'm out of here. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to talk about. Why didn't I brush I should have brushed my hair before I came on here, but no, it is what it is. Today is gonna be an interesting week because y'all all know 50 Cent, your man 50 dropped his Netflix on Diddy on Tuesday. So I'm gonna come back and go live for that. All right, I'm out of here.